NFL Week 14 lines are out already, and I'm most definitely picking some winners. Thursday night game, Oakland at KC. I'm taking Oakland -3 and outright with the over 47. Pittsburgh giving up 2 at Buffalo. Got to go Steelers on the spread and outright here with the under 47.5. San Diego +1.5 at Carolina. Got to take a dog here and go San Diego plus the points and outright. The line's 49 total points. Gotta go over. Welcome to the show. I'm B-Rock. I'm picking who I think will win, cover, and score for NFL's Week 14 games. In my next episode, I will explain why I picked who I picked and will most likely remind you that I'm an entertainer, not an expert. Let's go ahead and take a look at some more games here. Cincy at Cleveland. Got to take Cincy here, giving up 4 points and winning outright. The line's 43.5 points, under which I'll gladly take the under. Next game, Chicago at Detroit. Stay away from the spread, but since this is a pick show, I'll take Detroit giving up 7.5 points, but will happily take them to win straight up. I'm also picking the under 43.5 total points. Let's go ahead and slide into our next matchup. Minnesota at Jacksonville. In real life, I'm staying far, far away from this one, but since this is a pick show, I'm going Minnesota -3 and outright with the over bet of 40 points even. Once again, please do not touch that game. Speaking of which, a game you also may not want to touch is Arizona +2.5 at Miami. I got to reluctantly take another dog here in Arizona to cover and win outright. The OU's at 43.5 total points, which is plenty of room for us to take the over. Speaking of over, let's move over to our next game, which is Washington at Philly. I kind of sense the wheels starting to come off for both teams who are both somehow alive in the playoff race. I got to take Washington -1 and straight up with the over of 46.5 points. Now stay tuned here, folks. I do still have a few more picks for you. I just want to remind you that I will be explaining who, what, when, why, and how I made these picks in my next episode. If you're questioning any of my predictions, which you should, questions do indeed lead to answers. But anyway, if you're questioning any of my picks during this show, I will be explaining why I picked who I picked in my next show. All right, so let's go ahead and dive back into the action. New Orleans +3 at Tampa Bay. Now, Tampa's hot, but I love New Orleans on the spread here. I'm taking them +3 with Tampa Bay winning the straight-up battle by 1 or 2 points. The line's at 51 total points, unto which I am excitedly taking the under bet. Speaking of bets, let's see who we can pick in this Seattle-Green Bay matchup. Tough game to pick. Stay away from it. But if you must, Seattle's favored by 2.5, and I'm loving that number. I'm loving it. I got to go Seahawks to win on the spread and straight up with the over of 46.5 total points. Moving on. Atlanta giving up 5.5 at Los Angeles. Got to go Atlanta to win on the spread and outright while taking the over 45 points. That's going to take us into our Sunday night primetime game. And man, is this one a doozy. Dallas -3 at New York Football Giants. Got to take the Cowboys to win on the spread and outright. They match up great in both categories. The line's at 47.5 points, unto which I am taking the under bet in this one. Speaking of one, we only got one more game to pick, and that's the Monday night game between Baltimore at New England. I got to take New England giving up 7 points here and winning straight up. I got to think that this game will play out like one of those cold war of attrition style AFC grudge matches. So although I have New England covering 7 points, I can and I will pick the under bet of 46 total points. Now on a side note, that's not a very good bet. So if you think the Pats will cover, don't take the under 46. Well, folks, that's going to do it for me. Remember, I'm an entertainer, not an expert. In addition, just a reminder that I will be explaining my picks to you in my following episode. Moreover, please like my Facebook page and subscribe to my YouTube channel, both at Brock Page Productions. Thank you for tuning in. Best of luck to you with your future picks, and have a positive day.